Right now, you just tuned into S Classics, and this is my episode of Beatmakers.
Beatmakers. Check it out.
I was first introduced to music, man, through my older brother, you know what I'm saying, Patrick Beats, you know what I'm saying, doing music and playing drums, you know what I'm saying, in church, you know, back in like '84, I used to drum on my brothers, you know what I'm saying, drum set and just go wild out at a young age, and I don't know, I just always knew that music was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, my bread and butter, or, you know, my hobby, and what I love to do, you know what I'm saying, it took off, you know, at an early age, at a teenage year. At 16, 17, you know, I started producing for mainstream artists. I'm from Inglewood, originally from Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? Originated from, grew up in Inglewood, moved to South Central LA. I did records with Young Jeezy, you know, Blue Da Vinci, Benny Siegel, Eve, shout out to Eve, you know what I'm saying? Dub C, did some records with a lot of remix records. Nelly, now working with Nelly, you know what I'm saying? Fabulous, a lot of records, man. And I did some records with Juvenile, did some stuff with Juvenile, and now, you know, I'm back on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Branded. And building me an artist right now, building a couple artists right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with the Get You Gotcha family, and we doing a West Coast mixtape with DJ Mustard, you know what I'm saying? And Battle Cat, shout out to Battle Cat, that's my dude. I did a lot of work on, you know, a lot of syncs, you know, beats and syncs and songs and like that in movies. And I did Austin Powers. I did the scene when Mini-Me was walking through jail. That's one of the first songs I put in the film with John Houlihan. You know, shout out to John Houlihan. You know, paid us 20 grand for it, just for 8 minutes of the, you know, 8 seconds of the beat playing. You know what I'm saying? That was one of our, that's like inspired me to do more film work. And then from there, I did Biker Boys. I did a scene with Lawrence Fishburne called I Wanna Ride, and you'll hear me singing on it, you know what I'm saying? And there I did New York Minute. And so yeah, man, the film world, I love the film world too, but you know, I've been doing a lot of that lately, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, I love it. So, you know, that's where it's at. Yeah, man, when I started getting into the game a little bit more, I tapped into the game. I started working with Mark Gordon. From the group, what was that group called he did? That was, I think the group, what was that group? Levert. Yeah, it was from Levert. I used to go up to Gerald Levert's, you know what I'm saying, Mark Gordon studio, you know, he's working on Levert, and, you know, and right with Gerald went solo. I was up in the studio a lot, and he introduced me to a lot. I met a lot of people coming through there, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people was coming through there, a lot of R&B cats was coming through there. And I met Big Chuck. Big Chuck was coming through there. Big Chuck was kind of lightweight managing and writing with him on records. And you know, Big Chuck was in the game. He was working with Dr. Dre and took me to the studios with Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre loved my tracks. He actually probably was considered signing me as a ghost producer or writer or something. But at the time I met Nocturnal. He was working with this guy named Big David Mendenfield from LA Confidential. And they bought into what I was doing. They liked what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? They was looking for an in-house producer. And I went over there and I did some records. I did some nice records over there. And you know, we got a deal with Electra Records. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Electra Records, and you know, they got him a situation over there. He did a EP, a 6-song EP, I think. And I did LA Night and Day over there. And from there, you know, things happened, and I started meeting a lot of people, you know, and I went on to I met, you know, my boy Blue Da Vinci. Blue Da Vinci been my cousin, and he was working with DJ Pooh. DJ Pooh introduced my artist Blue Da Vinci to Big Meech, and there it is. Big Meech was out here, you know, he was doing his thing. You know, Blue Da Vinci met Big Meech, and then Big Meech, Big Meech told me, cause I had a certain style. I was just doing West Coast beats. I did beats on Dub C. I did beats on E40. And you know, I was just limited to just doing beats for West Coast artists. And I met Big Meech, he signed Blue Da Vinci and told us, hey man, the South is, man, the Atlanta scene is about to jump. Y'all need to be doing these type of records. He was playing nothing but South records at the time, me and Blue Da Vinci. You know, we've been doing nothing but West Coast music for at the time for a long time, so our ear wasn't there at the time. We was like, man, what is this playing, man? Put something else in, put some, you know what I'm saying? Put some West Coast shit in, man, you know what I'm saying? But we moved to the A, man, and we just got sucked up in that world, going to clubs and shit, man. That actually just turned into that music, you know what I'm saying? So I had to just, me as a producer, I had to just, you know, be more than just a West Coast producer. I had to just step out of myself, and I look up to people like Quincy Jones, man, like just try to just, you know what I'm saying, just be versatile with my style, you know what I'm saying, not be known for one style.